Welcome, everybody. My name is Grant Brian Scott. I am a proud Corc Yoga ambassador. I'm so happy that you're here with me today, stepping on your mat for a quick full body flow. As we move and breathe, listen to your body and practice safe in a way that you can consistently come to your mat. When we bring this meditative quality to our movement, this is what turns these postures, these asana, into yoga. Keep some props close by, anything that assists you in your practice, and let's get started on our mat. We'll begin our practice in Balasana. This is known as child's pose. So maybe today your knees are wide to the edges of the mat and your big toes touch. As you begin to send the hips down and back, arms reaching forward, just lengthen into the arms, fingers spread wide, hips dip down and back. And again, check in with your alignment. Maybe your knees are a little closer together today. Just take a little bit of movement here. Find some comfort. And when you feel ready, let's begin to settle into some stillness. Finding our breath now, the entire foundation of this practice. I'll invite you to begin breathing as deeply as you can. So I'll ask you to fill your lungs up to their maximum capacity. We're bringing our focus to this unnatural style of breathing so that we can't focus on anything else. So like we said before, truly when we bring our focus and attention to these movements, to this breath, we bring a meditative quality that turns these postures into asana, offering ourselves some wellness, some healing. So begin to find that pace. And once you do, let that space between the inhale and exhale just gently blend together. Breathing deep. Let it be calm, smooth, and free. And at any point during this class, you lose touch of your practice, your breath, wherever you are, come here, Balasana. Take your time, regroup. You're never ahead, you're never behind, you're always where you need to be. And if you do not have an intention for today's class, let it be as simple as I choose to be present with my breath. Breathing here, Balasana. Child's pose. Take 3 more deep breaths. Let them be calm, smooth. And very slowly just walk your hands back towards the body. Come to sit on the heels. Bring the left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. Take a moment here. Feel your hands connected to the most magnificent instrument known to mankind, your body. Everything you need exists within it. Beautiful. We'll come forward to a tabletop position with our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Tops of the feet are plugged into the mat here. Arms are long, core is engaged. It's an active position. Let's just begin to gently move the spine on an inhale, lifting your gaze, lifting the sit bones. Exhale, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. So let's take a few more of these on your own breath. And begin to link your breath to movement. This is the definition of our vinyasa class. Remember, you're in the comfort of your own home, so make these movements as big or small, quick, slow as you'd like. In this vinyasa practice, we're always preparing for what's to come next, so enjoy this gentle portion of the class. Take one more round. Meeting in a neutral position on a deep inhale, sweep your left arm open and all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring it down, thread it through the body, left shoulder, left ear to the mat, right hand beside the face. Fingers spread nice and wide. And just press into that right hand, maybe bring a little more weight into the left shoulder. And on a deep inhale, float your right leg up. So we're building some heat in that right tricep. Keep the right toes engaged. Take one last breath here. Keep the right leg long, but bring the toes to the ground and press into that right hand. Lift the body up and send your left arm forward. Go ahead and lift that right leg and extend here. So reaching out to your own personal degree, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, round, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take that crunch. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful work. And we'll take an inhale and extend. Keep it all lifted. Bring that left hand down. Keep the leg lifted. Bend the elbows. Drop the chin. Take a little push-up. Inhale. Press it all the way back up. Knee back to the ground. Tabletop position. This should feel good on a deep inhale. Right arm open and all the way up. Exhale. Bring it down. Thread it through. Right shoulder, right ear to the mat. Left hand beside the face. Fingers spread nice and wide. Bring some weight into that right shoulder. Even keep the right fingers active, and on an inhale, float the left leg up. Find your balance, left toes engaged, building that heat in the left tricep. Beautiful work. Keep the left leg long. Let's bring those toes to the ground. Press into that left hand, and on an inhale, lift the body up. Send the right arm forward. Go ahead and lift the left leg. Lengthen. Keep those fingers engaged, back toes engaged. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow through the midline. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Take two more. Beautiful. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. This time on an inhale, lengthen. Keep it all lifted. Reach. Right hand comes down. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, bend those elbows. Drop the chin. Take that push-up. Inhale, press all the way back up and release that knee, tabletop position. Let's go ahead and walk our hands a handprint forward, curling our toes under. Keep the fingers spread nice and wide, arms long. Press the mat away and lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Let's find our first downward facing dog of the practice. So do anything you need here for some stability. Pedal out the knees. Maybe drop the heels side to side. Anything that you need right now to feel stable. You know, we've got lots of time for alignment cues. So for now, fingers spread wide, arms long. Triceps wrapping in. Those are the muscles above your elbows. And remember, never hold a pose longer than you need to. Anytime the knees can come to the ground. Listen to your body. We're not just here to strengthen our triceps, our core, our glutes. We're also here to strengthen the muscle of humility. Continue listening to your body this entire practice. Find that breath as deep as it was in child's pose. Take one last breath here. On an inhale, come up high on your tippy toes and come forward, push-up position, shoulders slightly forward, past the wrists, stay with it, hips lifting, space between the shoulders, doming towards the sky. Take one last breath. Let's all release our knees to the ground, uncurl the toes, and on an exhale, come all the way down, but let those elbows kiss the ribs. On an inhale, lift your gaze forward, gentle press into the hands, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, drop the chin down. Inhale, once again, lift the gaze. Exhale down. Let's take one more time. Inhale, lift the gaze, don't rush, stay with the breath. Exhale, press back through the knees, curling your toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Let the crown of the head weigh heavy. Hips lifting up as high as you can, heels melting down. Stay with it. Breathe deep. Maybe even invite a smile. Once again on that inhale, roll forward, plank position. Everybody release the knees to the ground, uncurl those toes, and exhale, come down. Keep the elbows hugging in. Inhale, lifting that gaze. Don't rush the breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now remember, as we lower from plank, your knees lifted or on the ground is your option. Listen to your body. Inhale, forward plank position. This time knees lifted if it's in your practice. Exhale, lower, elbows hug in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, scooping the heart forward this time, tops of the toes, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Let's all walk our hands to the back of the mat. Take a nice gentle bend in the knees to get there. And once you're there, either hanging heavy, reaching for opposite elbows, swaying side to side, getting a nice gentle release of the fascia in the lower back. If your body's asking, you can straighten the legs. Beautiful work. Let's release the hands down. Keep that gentle bend in the knees, pressing into the feet, and slowly on an inhale, begin to roll all the way up to standing. Come up as slowly as you like. And once you arrive, take an inhale and just lift your shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, down and back, palms forward. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, shoulders roll up. Exhale, down and back. Beautiful. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Palms facing forward, fingers weighing heavy to the ground, engaging through the core, pressing down through the feet, crown of the head lifting up to the sky. Two opposite lines of energy in every posture. On a deep inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, let the palms touch, and as you exhale, take that lateral stretch over to the left. So if it feels good, hands can stay together, otherwise the left hand reaches down the left side body. Press into that right foot, right fingers reach, and breathe deep into those right ribs. Inhale, back through center, stand up tall, palms touching. Exhale, over to the right. Take that same variation. Maybe the right hand comes down the right side body. Press into the left foot. Left fingers are active. On a deep inhale, sweep the arms up, let the palms touch. Exhale, dive forward, hands to the ground. Now take a nice inhale, look up and lengthen. Hands can come to the shins for support. Exhale, fold. Let's do that two more times. Inhale, look up, glance out. Exhale, fold. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's slowly walk our hands to the top of the mat and meet in downward facing dog. Get there any way you can. Now that we're here, take a little movement, pedal out through the knees. And let's really check in. So fingers wide, palms pressing into the ground, arms long. Crown of the head weighs heavy. Maybe you're gazing to your navel, our balance point, our drishti points. Quadriceps muscles on the upper thighs are engaged, heels are melting down. It is a myth that your heels need to be on the ground here, but our intention is always there. And if your heels are flat on the ground, lengthen your dog, step the feet back and get that beautiful stretch into the hamstrings. Let's take that flow. We're ready. Inhale forward, plank position, knees lifted or not. You know your variation. Exhale, lower. Inhale, heart forward. Take the back bend that's working for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. 6-inch increments. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Come up slowly. Get the feet between the hands. Once they're there, take that inhale, look up, glance out. Exhale, fold. Let's press into the feet on an inhale, sweeping the arms open all the way up to the sky. Let the palms touch. Exhale, release your hands to heart center. By your sides, palms facing forward, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Quadriceps engaged, upper thighs, core engaged. Crown of the head lifts up. This is our yoga ready position. All together on an inhale, arms open up, gaze up. Exhale, fold, empty the breath. Inhale, look up and glance out. Exhale, hands down, step back to a plank position and lower. Knees can be on the ground here. Inhale, heart forward, maybe cobra, maybe upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. So again, knees can come to the ground at any point. Checking in with your alignment, you know what to do from here. Just try not to let the arms open. Keep them nice and long and strong. Even focus the weight to the thumb and index finger sides of your hands to help protect the wrists. Your fingers are glued to the ground. Core is engaged, navel into spine. One last breath. Exhale, look forward, step to the top of the mat any way that works for you. Once you're there, inhale, look up, glance out. Exhale, fold, press into the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms open all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center by our sides. Let's take one more round. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the ground, walk or jump back, plank position and lower. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, 5 breaths, settle in. So we're beginning to build that heat in the body, our inner fire, our Agni. Remember, you can bring that smile, find that contentment. This is our Santosha. There's no such thing as a perfect pose, only here and now, the way you're experiencing it in this moment. There is no suffering in yoga. Let it feel good. Let your breath guide you to where you need to go, and trust in that relationship between you and your breath. It is all you need. Deep inhale, pressing the hips up. And as you exhale, look forward, stepping to the top of the mat. Once you're there, inhale, look up, glance out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms open all the way up to the sky, palms together. Exhale to heart center by our sides. We'll bring our legs together, begin to sink the butt low, bend the knees. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, Utkatasana. And look down, just make sure you can see your toes and sink to your own personal degree. And as you reach the arms, feel the ribs expanding. One last breath. Exhale, fold, straighten the legs. Take an inhale, look up, and send your right leg back to a low lunge. And just drop that right knee to the ground. Release those back toes. Make sure your left knee and ankle are stacked. Take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, sink the hips down and forward, our supported Anjaneyasana. So find that stretch into the right upper thigh. Walk your left foot forward to your own personal degree. Maybe you have a gentle back bend here, supported on Anjaney. One last breath. Exhale, dive forward. Hands frame the front foot. Take an inhale, just lift the chest forward, gaze forward. Exhale, inch the hips back and straighten into that left leg, toes to the sky. Maybe on an inhale, walking the hands a little more forward. Exhale, forehead down to knees, supported Hanumanasana. Now find that nice stretch into the left hamstrings. Find your edge, deep but not too deep. Remember, these stretches should feel good. We're always consciously finding that edge, and it changes every day. Take an inhale, come forward to that low lunge. Let your right hand press into the ground. Inhale, left arm open and high. Let those left fingers be active. Let the shoulders stack. Maybe you rolling onto the outside edge of that left foot. Exhale, hands down, framing the front foot. Curl the back toes under, back knee lifts. Press back, downward facing dog. Feeling that heat we're building in the shoulders. Core is engaged. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, look forward, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up, glance out, all that length. Exhale, fold. Let's sink the butt low, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, release to standing. Hands by our sides. Sink the butt low, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale to look up, left leg back, low lunge, and let's just release that back knee to the ground, uncurl those toes. Right knee and ankle stacked, deep inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hips sink down and forward. We'll find that supported Anjaney, opposite side. So walk your front foot forward to your own degree and find that stretch, that sensation into the left upper thigh. Maybe you'll have a gentle back bend here. One last deep inhale. Exhale, hands down, frame the right foot. Take an inhale to glance forward. Exhale, inch the hips back and straighten the right leg, toes to the sky. Inhale, walk the hands forward to your own degree. Exhale, forehead bows down, supported Hanumanasana. So each side of the body feeling different, maybe tighter on one side, looser on the other. Full body awareness. And just take an inhale, come forward to that low lunge. Once again, the left hand stays connected to the ground as you inhale, sweeping that right arm open and up. Stacking the shoulders. Right fingers are active. One last breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Curl the left toes under, lifting the back knee, pressing back, downward facing dog. We're not here long. On an inhale, forward plank position. Exhale, lower. Take your variation, elbows hug in. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, everybody. On a deep inhale, right leg floats to the sky. And as you exhale, right foot forward between the hands. Let's seal the left heel to the mat. Find that foundation. Deep inhale, sweeping the arms up to the sky. Palms forward, facing in. Seal that back heel to the ground. Hips are square. And even if your hips are opening, bring your hands to your hips, square them to the top of the mat, and lunge into that front leg. Find where you need to go. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands come to the lower back as we interlace the fingers. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, dive forward. Right shoulder inside, right knee. Arms go high. Stay strong in your lunge. Let that breath be as calm as it was from the very beginning of class. See if you can even relax the face here. Downward facing warrior. One last breath. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and all the way up. Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, hands down. Back toes curl under. Inhale, right arm open and high. So we're stacking the shoulders once again. Take one last breath. Exhale, right hand comes down. Let's find our courage muscles on an inhale. Back leg lifts. Straighten into that right leg. So again, it's not about how high the back leg lifts. We're building some heat in the right leg here. You can gaze to your right big toe. Maybe your hands are on the ground or on a block. Take one last breath. And as you exhale, big step to the back of the mat. Find that low lunge. Inhale, arms up. We'll take our full variation, Anjaneyasana, just for a moment. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Plank position and lower. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog if it's working for you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take some movement, whatever you need in this moment. And when you're ready, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Back heel seals, find that foundation. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms facing inward. Shoulders relaxing away from the ears. Pressing into the outside edge of that back foot to help drive the hips square to the top of the mat. And just lunge into that front leg to your own personal degree. Find your edge. One last breath. Exhale, hands to the lower back, interlacing once again. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders guide together. Exhale, dive forward, left shoulder inside left knee, arms go high, stay strong in your lunge. Even relax the face if you can. Both soles of the feet connected to the ground. One more breath, downward facing warrior, stay with it. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, all the way up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward, frame the front foot. Back toes curl under. Inhale, left arm open and high, stack the shoulders. Beautiful work. Right hand pressing the mat away. One last breath. Exhale, left hand down. Take a deep inhale, sweep the arms up. We'll take that full variation, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands down. Find those courage muscles. Inhale, back leg lifts, standing splits. So again, back toes are engaged here. Hands can be on a block if needed. Gaze to that left big toe. Take one last breath. And as you exhale, big step to the back of the mat. Step back, plank position, and lower. Take your variation. Meeting in downward facing dog. Beautiful work, everybody. Remember, knees to the ground at any point. This time on an inhale, lift the right leg all the way to the sky and go ahead and bend that leg heel to glute. So we'll stack the hips here. As though you're trying to show the right hip to the right side of the room. And just try not to dump all the weight into the left hand. Equal amount of weight, both hands. Inhale, leg lifts through center. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, back heel seals. We've been here before on an inhale, arms up. Hips square. Virabhadrasana A. One last breath. Exhale, hands to the hips. Bump your back leg forward about a foot. Straighten both legs. Right toes facing forward. Deep inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward with a nice long spine. Hands can stay on the hips or come down to the ground, or your blocks will find our pyramid pose. So when the back begins to round, stay where you are. Maybe you're gazing to that right big toe. Find that nice stretch into both legs. Feel the right hamstrings. Bring the right hand to the hip, your left hand to the outside of the right foot. And again, maybe you're here, maybe that left hand's on a block. If you're with me, inhale, right arm open and high. Taking one of my favorite postures, a revolved triangle pose. So much happening. Beautiful work. One last breath. Exhale, just come to hover like an airplane over that front leg just for a second. Hands to the ground. Inhale, back leg lifts. We've been here, standing splits. Left knee behind right knee, squat. So we're here, hands can lift off the ground to heart center. Hands to the ground, inhale, lift the back leg. We've got the movement. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lift. One more, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back foot to the top of the mat, full. Sink those hips low, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, release the hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, right knee and right elbow connect. So twist to the left. Press the hands together. Beautiful work. Maybe you're pressing the hands together so much that they come into the center line of the chest. Hands come down to the ground in front of you. Step the right leg back to a nice low lunge. Keep the back toes curled. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's find that full variation. Anjaneyasana. Beautiful work, everybody. See how low you can get that back knee to the ground without bending the back leg. Take one last breath. And as you exhale, dip the back knee, pull the energy down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Let's hold here. Begin to straighten your front leg. Pivot open to the right. Extend the arms. So adjust your stance accordingly. Front heel aligned with the center of the back foot. Arms lengthening. Inhale, reach forward as far as you can. Exhale, come on down. Palms open. Uttita Trikonasana. So just try not to let that bottom weight support the upper body. Even let it hover if you can. Let the side body be alive. You can bring that lifted hand down to the hip. Turn your gaze forward to the top of the mat. Bend through the front leg. Left hand on the ground about a foot away. Inhale, lift your back leg. So hips and chest open to the right. Maybe you're here. Maybe that left hand is on a block. Maybe right hand reaches to the sky. Keep those back toes engaged. One last breath. And as you exhale, big step to the back of the mat. Lift the torso, extend the arms. We'll check in, Virabhadrasana B. Keep that lunge in your left leg. Gaze forward to the left big finger, left middle finger. Go ahead and flip the front palm. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring the energy back. We're just here for a moment. Inhale, forward, Virabhadrasana B. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale all together. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Low lunge, back toes curl. Press it back, plank position, and lower. Flow through your vinyasa. And let's meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Feel all that movement settling in. Let's keep it going. On an inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Go ahead and bend that leg, heel to glute. Show your hip to the left side of the room. And see if you can keep that equal amount of weight in both hands. Even see if you can keep your back toes square. Inhale, lift the left leg, lift it high. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Back foot seals to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Virabhadrasana. Keep those hips squaring to the top of the mat, your best degree. Exhale, hands to the hips, bumping our back foot forward about a foot, straightening both legs. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, dive forward with a nice long spine. Hands can stay on the hips or reach for the ground. Find your variation. Breathe into that beautiful stretch we're feeling in the left hamstrings. Gaze to that left big toe. Bringing our left hand to left hip. Right hand walks to the outside of the left foot. Maybe you're here today, maybe that right hand's on a block. Maybe on an inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. We'll take that revolved triangle, opposite side. Beautiful. One last breath. And as you exhale, just come to hover over that front leg, arms open. Bring the hands down to the ground. Bend through the front knee to get there. Inhale, back leg lifts. Taking our Shiva squat. Once again, right knee comes forward behind left. Sink. Hands can lift to heart center. Inhale, lifts. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. One more time. Stay with it. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. On an inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring it forward to the top of the mat and fold. Sink the butt, bend the knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All together, deep inhale. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Press the hands together. Beautiful. Let that right elbow point up to the sky. Go ahead and bring the hands down to the ground, top of the mat. Send the left leg back, low lunge, back toes curled. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Taking our full variation, Anjaneyasana. Each side of the body different. Long and strong through that back leg. Inner thighs wrapping in towards each other. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, dip the back knee, pull the energy down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. One more, inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Inhale all the way up. And just press into that right foot, straightening the right leg. Pivot open to the left. Extend the arms, both legs long, right toes facing forward. Inhale, reach forward as far as you can. Exhale, come down, palms open, chest open, hips open. Once again, try not to support the weight of the upper body with that bottom hand. Uttita Trikonasana, opposite side. Left hand comes down to left hip. Gaze forward to the top of the mat and bend into your right knee as much as you need to get that right hand on the ground about a foot away. Don't think, just lift. Inhale, back leg lifts. So maybe that right hand's on a block. Maybe on an inhale, left hand reaches up to the sky. We find our full variation, half moon pose. Keep those back toes engaged. Heat building in the right leg. One last breath. Exhale, big step to the back of the mat, lift the torso, extend the arms. We'll check in Virabhadrasana B once again. Lunge deep into that front leg, gaze to the right middle finger. Go ahead and flip the front palm. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale forward, hold here, breathe out the mouth, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge, back toes curl, step it back, plank position and lower. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. Once we're here, taking full 2 breaths. And let's all release our knees to the ground. Dip the hips back, child's pose. A very well-deserved child's pose. Keeping all that heat. We've built a lot. We don't want to lose it. Just here for a moment. very slowly begin to slither forward, and let's come all the way down onto the belly. Once you're there, you can release the hands to the back of the room, cheek to the mat. Take a moment here. Bringing our chin to the top of the mat. Zip the legs together. All together on a deep inhale, lifting the chest. Keep the hands and feet connected. Now try not to hold the breath here. Use the strength of the core, the power of the lower back. All of that energy and stability that we've built to continue breathing. Stay with it. One last inhale. Exhale, lower. Just take a moment here. Cheek to the mat. Once again, bring your chin to the top of the mat, zipping the legs together. On one deep inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the hands, lift the feet, keep them connected. Maybe the hands come to the lower back, interlacing the fingers. Use that clasp to help lift a little higher. See if you can keep the hands off the glutes. Once again, core is engaged. Try not to hold the breath. Beautiful work. One last breath. Exhale, lower. Let it all go. We'll take one more round, and you have the option to take either one of those first two variations. Otherwise, stay with us. Chin forward. Bend the legs, heels to glute. And just experiment. See if you can reach around and connect the hands with the feet. For me, it usually takes a few tries. Once you're there and the feet are connected, whatever variation you're taking, on an inhale, lift the chest. Lift the gaze. If you've taken that bind, press the feet into the hands. Maybe the upper thighs lift off the ground. Feel the body move with each breath. One last breath. Gentle exhale, release. You can bring your hands to a cobra position. If you took that bind with the feet, maybe you windshield wiper the legs side to side. Let's just gently press back. Child's pose. Coming forward to a tabletop position. And we'll come to a seated position in the center of the mat. Legs out long in front of us. Zip the legs together so much so that they're super glued. We engage in the quadriceps so that our heels lift off the ground. Now imagine I'm behind you, my hand over your belly button. The navel tucks into the spine so much that your upper ribs rest over the top of my hand. Keep all that engagement as you inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, reach for the toes, the shins, the calves, whatever you can. Once you connect, take an inhale, look up and glance out. Exhale, fold. Close the eyes. And just remember, with every inhale, you have that opportunity, finding new space, new length. And with that exhale, moving deeper into that space. Please don't limit those words to physical. When the mind wanders, simply nudge it back. Do so without any judgment. Stay focused, stay present. On an inhale, look up, keep the connection. Exhale, release to a seated position with the right knee into the chest. Let's go ahead and bring the right hand around to the ground behind us, fingers facing away, and on a deep inhale, float the left hand up. Exhale, left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Take an inhale to lift the crown of the head, really lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, begin to twist and gaze over that right shoulder. Now don't forget about those left toes. Keep them active, keep them engaged. Beautiful work. One last breath. As we exhale, coming forward, let's just take a gentle counter twist, opposite side. Coming back through center, switching out the legs, left knee into the chest, left hand around to the ground behind you, fingers to the ground, facing away. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right elbow outside the left knee. Now, once you're there, take an inhale, really lifting the crown of the head, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, twist and gaze over that left shoulder and keep those right toes engaged. So there's nothing static in our yoga practice. We're here in each posture with our full intentions. Truly coming to this moment, giving it our best, moving from step to step and releasing what's in the past. One last breath here. Come on, back through center, gentle counter twist, opposite side once again. Coming back through center, let's just bring the soles of the feet together, heels coming in close towards the groin. We'll move through a flat back variation, Baddha Konasana, so our hands interlace just beneath the pinky toes. And on an inhale, crown of the head lifting. Keep a nice long spine as you exhale and fold forward. So when the back rounds, stay where you are. With our rounded back variation, we may be able to fold a little deeper. But right now, keep that nice long spine. Let your breath, that clasp with the feet and gravity, do its job. Feel that nice release into the lower back, inner groin. On an inhale, coming all the way back through center. And very gently, very slowly, let's all come down onto our backs. This will be the first time we're on our back this entire class. You can bring the knees into the chest. Hug them in tight. Maybe rock side to side. I like to bring my hands just above the knees and make circles in any direction that feels good. And just keep the knees bent, bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. Palms beside the hips, facing down into the earth. And just walk those heels back and towards the glutes. Maybe you can graze the heels with the middle fingers. Now gently press into the feet, and on an inhale, begin to float your hips up to the sky. Try not to let the knees open here. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep lifting. Feel that connection of the feet pressing into the earth. One last inhale. Exhale, lower. Just for a second. Pressing into the feet, second round. When you're ready, inhale, float the hips up. Maybe this time you shimmy the shoulders a little closer together. Interlace the fingers just at the lower back. Pressing into the feet, lifting the hips. Try not to let the knees open. One last breath. And on an exhale, release all the way down. Let's take our knees into the chest once again. Keep the knees where they are, opening our arms nice and wide, palms face up. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and drop your knees to the left. And bring your gaze to the right. Deep inhale here into those right ribs. And as you exhale, let that right shoulder press into the ground. Maybe your left hand reaches to the outside of the right knee, bringing you into a deeper variation. We'll end today's practice with a nice detoxifying twist. These postures can be so calming, really helping distress, release anxiety, promoting better sleep. Take one more breath. Inhale, knees back through center. And on an exhale, let's drop them over to the right. Gaze to the left. Deep inhale into those left ribs. Exhale, left shoulder pressing into the ground. Again, take the same variation you took on opposite side. Maybe this time your right hand reaches to the outside of the left knee. These are the postures that I'll often fall asleep when I'm taking a yoga class. It can be very calming. And again, remember the mind wanders, bring it back. And just do so without any judgment. The goal isn't to find complete quietness in our mind. The goal is really just to control and observe our thoughts, right? Let them pass us by without any attachment. On an inhale, knees back in through center. Hug them in nice and tight. Keep the knees where they are, hands beside the hips, palms pressing down. And on an inhale, float your legs up to the sky. We'll end today's class with a nice gentle variation. You can always bring your hands just beneath the glutes for a little added support. Some people like to place a block here, a blanket, take anything you need. Embrace any shake you're feeling. Resist the urge to come out early. Trust your breath. Stay with it. Now keep the legs long, heels together, and as you exhale, slowly bring your feet down to the top of the mat. Use the core, take your time to come down. Once the heels touch, you can bring the knees into the chest and take any final movement you might need. And when you're ready, go ahead and send the legs long to the top of the mat. Let the toes fall open. Arms can open, palms face up or interlace on the chest. Maybe left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. And just begin to let your body dissolve into the ground. Go ahead and relax your face. Let that space between the eyebrows soften. Unclench the jaw. Find some stillness with your heart open. Because it truly is the goal of this practice to turn our judgment towards ourselves and others into compassion. Turn our fear into fates. And truly allow us to find some contentment in this moment. This is what we speak about when we say santosha, our contentment. Whatever led you to your mat in this moment, I promise you right now, you are exactly where you need to be. For the first time in this class, I'll ask you to let your breath come back to its natural pace. But still let it be smooth and calm. Space between the inhale and exhale blends together. Mind wanders, bring it back. Do so with no judgment. Now I wish we could stay in Shavasana all day, but I want to respect everybody's time. And if you'd like to stay here, stay for as long as you need. Otherwise, just bring some gentle movement back into the body, fingers and toes, head side to side. And when you're ready, interlace the fingers. We'll take a nice deep inhale. Send the fingers to the back of the room, full body stretch. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, lengthen, take one more breath. Exhale, release. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. And you can rock over to any side of the mat, fetal position. Take some time. And once you're there, send some gratitude to your body for all the ways it's allowed you to move today. Send some kind intentions to yourself or anyone else in your life that might need what you receive from this practice more than you. There is no scientific proof that they will not receive it. When you're ready, let's all meet at the top of our mat. Gentle seated position, Sukhasana. Sit bones rooting into the earth, crown of the head lifting up to the sky. Two opposite lines of energy in each posture. Bring your hands to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Mudra is a seal. We are sealing the end of our class. It is truly in the past. Have no attachment. You know, as I teach more and more, I like to say less and less, so I'll leave you with these words. Kindness, always. I thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice, and I thank you so much for your intention, your attention. Everybody, namaste.